No, it's not therapy. I don't do counseling. I don't even call myself a healer. If you can get over the idea that I'm a sex and intimacy coach, then meet me like a woman. I look forward to meeting you like a man. What I do is provide an incredibly intense experience of love. I look forward to it. Until then. See, there are lots of techniques to make a man have an erection or help him sustain for longer. There's even techniques to keep sexual continence. And I know those techniques, and they're wonderful. That's not what I do. I practice the path of the white tigress. The goal, if there is a goal, is to generate arousal and keep a man at the edge through seduction and energy exchange so that he fills up with his masculine energy, and then I can give him my heart. I admit, I get off on my work. I'm good at it. I can take just about any man there. Like this gentleman. He's in his 50s, and he's having troubles keeping an erection, so he goes to the doctor. And the doctor thinks that it's his prostate, so they schedule an operation. And he's concerned about this because he has a new lover, and he doesn't want to lose his ability to have hard-ons. Fortunately, he comes to see me first. I'm borrowing my friend's apartment in Boston. It's the middle of the day, so he takes off work to meet me. I invite him into the entranceway. There's a foyer there where we can have a nice conversation over a glass of wine. And there's this nice, easygoing rapport between us. A lot of laughter. He tells me a little bit about himself. He's a father, and he's been busy raising his kids, so he hasn't had much experience with intimate relationships. Such a nice gentleman, and I tell him that. And I notice that he's looking at my top, and I allow him to do that. I mean, the sun is streaming in, and I'm deliberately wearing a translucent top so he can see my nipples. And I see that he's starting to get a little bulge under his pants. And I allow my eyes to linger. As we talk, how often do adults allow themselves arousal? And so I stroke my hand across his lap, just to let him know that, oh man, I'm really getting turned on. I invite him back to the bedroom. He lies down, fully clothed, as we continue our conversation. I let him know how nice it is to get to know him, but I feel him rev up and want to touch my breasts. I slow him down, and I ask him if he'd like to gaze upon my body. I tell him to just look. I often tell my clients to do the things that I enjoy and I really love. A man's eyes on my body. I let him just take me in the sunlight. And I notice he gets little beads of sweat over his lips. And I ask him if he's ever had a woman teach him how she likes to be touched. Would you like it if I show you how I touch myself? Oh, I don't know what to do, he says. Don't worry. I'll just pretend like I'm self-pleasuring. And I take my hand, slowly covering my entire vulva, and I just breathe into his interest as I circle around my clit. And I notice that he is seeing the wetness of my lips. The sun is still streaming in and I'm starting to glisten. He still has a hard-on. You know, it's been about 4 hours and you have this constant erection. Are you sure you need that surgery? And we laugh together, and that's when he allows me to worship his cock, which is what I love to do, to just open my heart and pour my feminine energy onto his cock. And we move together towards the slowest, the sweetest, deepest orgasm, and that just allows me to shower him with my energies. I drench him in my femininity, and I drink of his essence. The relationship that I have with men is not the same as a man would have with his girlfriend or with his wife. I ask him to take this out into the world, to give it to his other girlfriend. See, a lot of men, they don't want to just come quickly or learn a bunch of techniques. They want to luxuriate in the feminine. But most women don't know how to take a man there. So I give him that and ask him to share it. 2 weeks later, I get an email appreciating the work that we did in session and telling me he didn't need to get that surgery after all. It's signed by his girlfriend.
Wow.
Letters like that validate my work, but I don't need external validation. I love sharing masculine energy and just feel it in my heart. This is my dharma.